did you discover who the favorite student was? The first day of math class, and I walked in knowing absolutely nobody. New year, new faces. The teacher started introductions, said she hadn't seen any of us before either. But the entire time she was talking, her eyes kept drifting to this one kid in the back. Same kid, every time. He was on the basketball team, tall, and she kept glancing over like she was checking if he was still there. I clocked it immediately, but I told myself I was probably reading into it. A few weeks in, she laid down her rules. No food, phones away for the first 30 minutes, the usual classroom contract nobody asked for. Fine. Then Curtis, basketball kid, raises his hand and goes, "Can I text my mom real quick?" She didn't even pause. "Yeah, of course. I'm sorry, what?" Because 2 days before that, she snapped at me for having my phone out while I was still walking through the door. I hadn't even found my seat yet, but sure, I let it go. Then I started noticing the way her face changed when he spoke, like she'd be mid-sentence, completely flat, and then Curtis would say something and she'd light up, over-enunciating her words, laughing at things that genuinely were not funny, tilting her head like he was the most interesting person she'd encountered in years. The whole class could see it, but I still couldn't prove anything concrete until the chair incident. Curtis got up during a lesson, just walked around like he was on a nature stroll, and at some point decided to sit in her chair, and she looked over and went, "Get out, that's for grown-ups," giggling, pointing at him. "I'm going to fail you if you don't stop," playfully. I sat in that chair once to grab something off her desk when she asked me to. She told me to stand up before I even fully made contact with the seat. But fine. What actually ended it for me was a Tuesday I missed lunch. The cafeteria line was a disaster, and I didn't get to eat, so I walked into class still finishing an apple. One apple. She turned so fast I thought she pulled something. "Throw that out right now." I took one last bite and tossed it. Sat down hungry. Not even 20 minutes later, the door opens. Curtis walks in late, and this man is holding 5 bags of chips. He sat down, opened the first one, and started crunching away like he was settling in for a film. She didn't even look up, kept writing on the board. I watched her for a full 30 seconds, waiting for the correction. Nothing. I raised my hand. "So he can eat?" She goes, "He's actually passing." The class went quiet. I let that sit for exactly 2 seconds. Then I said, "Is that true, or does he just give you good treatment?"